Good evening everybody, it is Mindez here, and this is your guide to the Steam Daily Deals for Tuesday the 20th of December 2011. This is our graphic for today, showing Duke Nukem serving up a pig head to some random game characters from today's deals. So without further ado, let us move on. Today's deals! We have 12 new games on offer today, and also new achievements available in the Great Gift pile. The first game on offer is Red Orchestra 2, Heroes of Stalingrad. Now this is a World War II shooter that came out this September. Again, it's a first-person shooter, so I can't really... I'm not exactly the best person to go to as to whether you should buy this or not. The graphics look pretty damn good. I can't really say much about the gameplay. Not one that I'm going to be picking up purely because I'm not a fan of the genre. And because it's still, for a Steam deal, fairly expensive, only 50% off. Most Steam deals tend to be 75% off. Like, see, most of them are 75%. You can see a couple of 50%, but for the majority of the cases, I would say probably not one to pick up unless you are particularly into the genre. You also get some weapons for buying it on Steam, and you also get some characters from Killing Floor and Team Fortress 2, I guess. Again, not one that I'm going to be picking up. The next one is... I really should be going back to this one every time. Costume Quest. Now, Costume Quest is a little Halloween adventure production from the creators of Psychonauts. I gotta say, I have no idea what the hell this game is on about. It's probably one that I'm going to pick up, actually, purely because I've heard other LPers talk about it sometimes, and they tend to have a pretty good review of it. I mean, it looks fairly weirdly stylized. I mean, if you just look at some of these screenshots, it just looks... I have no idea. But what I will say is that if you do not already own Psychonauts, then you should definitely look into buying the Double Fine Pack, because this one includes Psychonauts. Psychonauts is a fantastic game. While it says it's not on offer, it is actually in the Double Fine Pack with Costume Quest. So if you want to pick up the Double Fine Pack, I would recommend that one. Picking up Psychonauts for £1 on top of Costume Quest, probably something to do. I'm gonna be picking up Costume Quest purely because I want to see what the heck this is all about. Let's go back to this graphic. Next up, Sacred Gold and Sacred 2. These are fairly old 2004-2008 games. Action RPGs, in fact. This is Sacred Gold. This is Sacred 2. They're just action RPGs. I mean, there's not really much information around about it. Open world quest type things, I guess. Again, not one I'm going to be picking up. But hey, look, a tiger. Maybe that influences your decision. I don't know. Not one that I'll be picking up. Next deal, as I forget to go back to this graphic yet again, Chantelise and Recettear. I've heard generally negative things about both Chantelise and Recettear, but I've got to say, I am a big fan of Chantelise. I got a lot of enjoyment out of that game. And there we are. And for just £1.61, well worth picking up, I would say. I would recommend this. Recettear I've not actually played, but I've heard pretty terrible things about it, but I would still recommend picking it up because I really like the style and I really like the developer, and I think could get a lot of enjoyment playing out of that. You play as an item shop owner who has to go around and collect item shop items, and I don't know much about it. But I would recommend picking both of these up. Indeed. Next deal, Dungeons of Dredmor, another fantastic indie title that numerous LPers have raved about. It is a rogue type dungeon exploration, randomly generated type thing. I have played it quite a bit, and I still don't know what the hell. That pretty much sums this game up. It's a bit weird. It's a bit difficult to get into unless you're into roguelike type games. I mean, the interface for a start is incredibly confusing, but definitely one that I would recommend picking up, and I already own it, in fact. Should also mention that one of today's daily Steam achievements is on Dungeons of Dredmor, so this is a perfect opportunity to pick it up for less than £1. Yes. Or £1.37 with the DLC. Next up in today's daily sales is The Witcher and The Witcher 2. The Witcher 2 came out earlier this year. I remember The Witcher 2 coming out earlier this year because I remember getting it on my laptop and it not working at all and completely lagging everything. And then by the time I actually got back to my computer, which was about 4 months later, I completely lost interest in playing it. But it does look like a fairly fantastic and clearly graphically intensive RPG series. I would recommend picking this up. Obviously, it's still a little bit overpriced for the Steam sale. One to pick up if you are a fan of RPGs, but then again, there are always better RPGs like Skyrim, which are probably more worth your money than this. Next in the sales is Lego Batman. The Lego games, you cannot go wrong with the Lego games. It is almost impossible to go wrong with the Lego games, in fact. They have a fantastic sense of humour, they have fantastic gameplay. Pick this up, because that is an incredible price for the enjoyment you would get out of this game. Let's put it that way. In fact, that's pretty much the same case of a lot of Steam deals. For the amount of enjoyment, definitely well worth it. Tropico 4. I tried checking this out with Zeba. It seems to be some kind of politics simulator. You're the president of an island, and you've got to kind of grow the population and make diplomatic decisions and deal with global superpowers like China and things. I can't say I'm going to be picking this up. I mean, it seems like a fairly well put together game, and obviously at over £10, still way above the average price for a Steam game. But it's a difficult one, this one, because I'm not really sure. It's a weird game. Is anyone particularly into politics simulators out there? I don't know. Next on today's list is Duke Nukem Forever. Do not buy! Even for $3.74, that is not worth it for Duke Nukem Forever. If you can pick it up for free, great. If you can pick it up for $3.74, do not buy. This is a terrible, terrible game. Theatre of War franchise, another one I know absolutely nothing about, that looks fairly tanky. Quite a big series, quite a big franchise. You can get the whole collection for £8.74. Seems like a good deal if you are into that kind of game. That does not come with Theatre of War 3. You have to buy that one separately. Not one I'll be picking up, not a particular genre that I'm interested in. A lot of first-person shooters out today with Duke Nukem Forever and Modern Warfare 3 and Red Orchestra and this. Yeah, not a fantastic day for sales, except for Chantelise and Recettear and things like that. Except the HalfLife franchise. Pick this up if you have not played Half-Life or Half-Life 2 or Half-Life 2 Episode 1 or Half-Life 2 Episode 2. In addition to those, you can get Half-Life 2 Deathmatch, Half-Life 2 Blue Shift, Opposing Force, which you'll probably never play anyway, Team Fortress Classic, which is always good, came out in 1999, still fantastic. Although with Team Fortress 2 being free to play now, I don't really see the point in that either. Pick up the entire HalfLife Collection for $6.74, or you could just buy the entire Valve pack. All these games come in that, and that might be better on your money if you don't own more Valve games. Then we have our random graphic for the day, which, as I've already mentioned, Psychonauts, not actually on offer, but still in the graphic for some reason. Modern Warfare 2, I don't think I have to sit here and talk about Call of Duty. If you're watching this video, chances are you know what Call of Duty is, and chances are you already know whether you want to buy this or not. If you're watching this video and somehow don't know what Call of Duty is, or don't know if you want to buy it or not, my recommendation is don't. And that's really all I can say about that. So, after that, let's move on to our achievements of the day. 2 objectives completed so far by me, fantastic. I'd also like to, at this point, thank Booquiz. In yesterday's Steam video, I mentioned that Sega Bass Fishing was possibly the best game in the sales, and he's gifted it to me. Fantastic. I'm going to spend my entire night fishing now. I walked right into that one, didn't I? But anyway, today's Steam achievements. Number 1, Spiral Knight, son of a nutcracker, hit an opponent with a snowball in lockdown. I don't believe this is a particularly difficult one to do. Spiral Knights is a free-to-play game anyway, so you should. I would recommend at least trying this one. This is going to be a really easy achievement to pick up, I think. Psychonauts, if you own Psychonauts, then go for this achievement as well. Psychonauts, fantastic game. If you do not own Psychonauts, buy Psychonauts today as part of the Pack with Costume quest. That's my advice to you. Dungeons of Dredmor, Digglenog. Make some Digglenog. Who doesn't love a nice cold glass of Digglenog? I believe this is an item that you can create with the alchemy tree in Dungeons of Dredmor. I've not done that one yet, but I'm going to go off and attempt that now, actually. Apparently you need 2 items. I think one of them is eggnog, and the other one is... I can't remember what the other one is. Achievement number 4, Red Orchestra 2, Heroes of Stalingrad. Again, that one's on sale today, so if you want to buy that, then go for it. Participate in a successful territory capture on Commissar's house. I don't really know how difficult that's going to be. Tropico 4, Steam Special Edition, reach population of 1,000. Probably not that difficult. 1,000's not a tremendously large population. Again, I don't really have experience with the game, so I don't really know. AI War Fleet Command, lose at least 30,000 ships in a single game. 30,000 ships sounds like a lot. I don't know. For today, I would highly recommend, though, the Dungeons of Dredmor achievement, the Psychonauts achievement, and the Spiral Knights achievement all seem like they will be fairly easy to do. I have actually completed the Orcs Must Die achievement, and I've been working on the Bunch of Heroes achievement, but sadly, I've actually been working on that with Zeba. Sadly, we've not got that one yet. I think we made it to wave like 14. I need to make it to wave 20. So that is the end of today's deals. Like I say, my recommended pickups are Recettear, Chantelise, Dungeons of Dredmor, the HalfLife pack if you don't already own them, Costume Quest and Psychonaut, and Lego Batman. And that'll do for today. I shall see you tomorrow when I shall persuade you to spend some more of your money.